Good morning and happy Tuesday from the lovely Charlottesville area of Central Virginia. Well, Donald Trump keeps stepping in it. You know, you really want to give the guy credit when he does something good, but that also means you have to criticize him when he does something bad. In the wake of the death of Rob Reiner, otherwise known as Meathead, the famous actor and director, um, Donald Trump put out a tweet on social media yesterday. Uh, I believe it was from Truth Social, his social media platform, which I do not have an account on it, but I know several friends who do. He said in his message, this was a printed message, he said, "A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to anger he caused others throughout his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven other people crazy by his raging obsession of Donald J. Trump. He probably means obsession with Donald J. Trump, but with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Well, you know what? That was really, really asinine of Donald Trump to put that out. I wanted to reserve judgment a little bit. I've been reading comments yesterday, listening to some of the talking heads and seeing what some of my friends had to say about it. And you know what? This is not about whether you support Donald Trump or not, but that is just indecent and crass. And he, you've heard of people who put their foot in their mouth all the time. Well, he puts his foot in his mouth more often than Jasmine Crockett puts her head in her ass, okay? I mean, this is just, he shouldn't have done that. I understand he doesn't like Rob Reiner, okay, but, you know, for a private citizen to release a diatribe like that, okay, so what? But he's the president of the United States. And like it or not, that office does carry a certain level of prestige and power and reputation. And we're all taught to respect the office, even if you don't respect the man. But it makes it a lot harder when, he says and does stuff like that. I just, you know, I don't know. It's just, I got something else I want to make a comment on, but that's all I'm going to say on that right now. It's like, come on, Donald Trump, you're not doing anything to warm people up to your cause, and it's like, what's he trying to do with this? I mean, I know people who are Trump acolytes who are really really upset about this, um, and I think the same admonition would go. They talk about Charlie Kirk when he died, how people were celebrating it. Yes, that was disgusting of people to do that, but those are private citizens. That wasn't the president of the United States doing that. So all I can say to Donald Trump is, you know what? I will praise you to the high heavens when you do something right, and I will criticize you when you do something wrong. But this was inexcusable. Um, I don't really know how you can walk that back. And, sometimes it's kind of cute to make fun of people sometimes, but this is just, the bodies weren't even cold yet before he started doing that. And I just, you know, I mean, I said it yesterday, Rob Reiner, I didn't care for his politics, but I wouldn't wish this on him and I wouldn't, say, oh, he deserved that because he had Trump derangement syndrome. That's just, you know, be better. Do better, Mr. President. Do better. We know you can. We know you have goodness in your heart somewhere. And you've shown it before with different things, with different people. You've shown you can be a better man than that. I'm deeply disappointed, I'm not exactly I'm not really MAGA, I'm sort of America first. I'm proudly America first. I have some crossover with MAGA, but um, not that much. But you know, we have to respect the office of the presidency, but you make it harder when you do stuff like that. Um, I mean, I know your detractors are always gonna, you know, you could, you know, you could develop the cure for cancer, and a lot of Democrats would be rooting for the tumors. But you know, this is you're not winning anybody over, even on your own side with this. So please, Mr. President, I implore you, do better.